This creepypasta is unfinished. So yeah, it's not gonna be as good as a finished one, lol. Hello, my name is Johnson. I'm 20. I grew up with Madness Combat and, frankly, I still watch it. It just keeps getting better. I still love this series to today. Because it's not like some tiny little spooky wow would make me hate Crinkles for making it with a burning passion. It's still very disturbing. Don't get me wrong. It's a borderline WTF moment. Even for Madness Combat. So, just relax, get your snacks, because I'm about to tell you a story about Madness Combat. Hi, my name is Jack, and today, I will tell you a horrific episode of my favorite show on Newgrounds, Madness Combat. So it starts off with me on Newgrounds, checking if there is a new Madness Combat episode. Even though the series is cancelled, there was a new episode, called Madness Combat 66.6. I was dead ready, and said sweet mother of F***ing jackass Tankman, and watched it. It started with Nevada, like it was in most episodes, but Hank J. Wimbledon was just standing there, forlorn, looking at them. Hank got bashed and slashed to death by Tricky and done the chicken dance whilst Jesus was shooting some episode. Then it ended with Hank, dead on the floor. Then, Newgrounds was haunted. Tankman was slashed on his tank, Pico was bashed when you got out of the classroom in Pico's school, and the only program on it was Madness Combat 66.6. Nothing could stop, so I restarted it and it stopped. So if you see that episode, do not watch it at all costs. I was a writer for Cartoon Network, and I worked on shows such as Steven Universe, Gumball, and of course, Apple and Onion. But after the incident I'm about to tell you, I quit working on A&O. There was a DVD on the floor in Cartoon Network studio, and it said, Apple and Onion, Apple's Revenge. I was confused, why would there be a title like that, but enough rambling. It started in the apartment with Apple sitting on his bed, crying. Onion came in and asked, "What's wrong, Apple?" Apple replied, You are what's wrong." Onion said, "But why?" Apple answered, "Because you keep ruining my life." Onion said, "Shut up, Apple, it's clear you're just going crazy." Apple replied, "You dare tell me, your friend Apple, to shut up?" Onion said, "Apple, calm down." They fought for a couple minutes. When they stopped, Apple started crying, and Onion was too. Then, Apple took out a shotgun and shot Onion in the eye. Onion started falling apart. Apple took out a knife, sliced Onion up, and then ate him. I vomited so hard that I almost passed out. Then Apple pulls his stick and leaf on top of his head, then ate his arms and legs, and I vomited again. Then Apple said something in Georgian that I couldn't understand. I translated it, and it said, "He was first, you are next, once you see the red light, you will die." I freaked out so much that I ran out the building. I stopped working for Cartoon Network. 1 month later, I found out that Apple and Onion had long since been cancelled. I was relieved. Have you heard of the Cartoon Network show, Apple and Onion? It's a show that premiered sometime in 2018 on CN, and it's about a apple and a onion, called Apple and Onion, that were sent by their parents in the same city and became friends. I always thought the show was cute. I watched every episode. I was even in the fandom. But after I watched that episode, I quit watching Apple and Onion, and I was no longer being part of the fandom. I was in the living room of my house watching Cartoon Network. An episode of regular show just finished and the credits were showing on the screen as usual. Minutes later, I heard knocking on my door. It was just a red SanDisk branded USB flash drive. I took the flash drive and plugged it into my computer. A folder opened up with only a 3GP file called A&OS1E0. I hovered my mouse over it and pressed it. Suddenly, Windows Media Player opened up and the A&O intro started, but it was not the normal one. The characters' eyes were flashing red and the music was sung in a disoriented tone. I ignored it. The episode title was The Brutal Shooting. I was kinda confused, why an A&O would have the word shooting in it. But never mind. After that, The episode started with the apartment Apple and Onion were living. But it was no music, just the apartment. The scene lasted 2 minutes. Then, the scene was cut to Apple and Onion ready to leave and go to Pizza's diner to meet their friends. "Well, you ready, Apple?" Onion asked. "I was born ready." Everything seemed normal. The scene cut at Pizza's diner, with everyone dancing and having fun. Every character was in there: apple, onion, hot dog, French fry, cotton candy, burger, pizza, patty and many others. Then the screen froze. I was confused. After 30 seconds of silence, I started hearing screams and gunshot sounds. I got scared. The screen finally went back to normal. It showed the characters sitting under different tables. The terrorists were a fish skeleton and a rotting chocolate. Their firearms that they are holding were that the fish skeleton had dual MP40s as well, the rotting chocolate holding a SPAS 12. At a moment, Hot Dog was pulled from under the table he was hiding by the fish skeleton and he screamed, "I'm too young to die." At this moment I got really scared. He was shot in the chest and in the head, and got killed instantly. I vomited at that point. After that, fish skeleton fired under the same table Hot Dog was hiding moments before, killing both French fry and burger with mortal wounds to the chest, head and arms. Blood was everywhere. I vomited so hard I almost passed out. For the next 4 minutes the terrorists would only shot inside the building, causing no further injury. After that, the rotting chocolate fired under a table killing Patty and another character with the same bullet. I was shocked. How it comes one of the most friendliest cartoons on TV would have such a disturbing episode. Then, the terrorist that killed Hot Dog, French fry, and burger, walked near the table where apple, onion, cotton candy and pizza were hiding. Apple looked closely at the fish skeleton's eyes. They were white. He was possessed and forced to do it. Then, he fired, killing Onion with wounds to the neck and chest, and cotton candy with wounds to the head and thighs. Pizza and Apple were no injured, but they played dead, covered in the blood of their dying friends. 10 other characters were also uninjured. After the terrorists ran away, Pizza, Apple and the 10 characters evacuated the restaurant. Pizza immediately ran away down the street to his home, only to be shot and killed by the rotting chocolate off-screen, followed by the rotten chocolate swearing in Chinese. The 10 other characters went to a building and hid in there, to be only found by the terrorists and shot before some kind of C4 was planted inside of the building before the terrorists escaped. Apple, on the other hand, went back to the apartment, tied a rope to the ceiling and said, "I've survived, but at what cost? I lost my friends, my job, everything. I have no reason to live anymore." After that, he committed suicide by strangling himself. Apple choked for about 1 minute before dying. After he stopped choking, a Russian text appeared above the screen saying, I couldn't understand it so I translated it. It said, "They were first, now it's your turn, once you fell asleep you will die." Then the episode ended. The credits were strange as well. The screen was red and it was only showing the functions, like the supervising director, voiced by, written by and etc. The music was again singed in a demonic tone. The credits ended with Apple and Onion, with dark eyes and creepy smiles while hissing at the screen. After that, the USB flash drive suddenly formatted. I grabbed a hammer and smashed it, and then threw it in the garbage. I called George Gendy to see if he knows something about the episode. He didn't know. That night, I was too scared to sleep alone, so I went to sleep at a friend. I had terrible nightmares for months after I watched the episode, including one with the terrorists killing me and my friend with the same weapons as in the episode. Since I watched the episode I stopped watching Apple and Onion, and even Cartoon Network, for like 1 to 2 months. Warning, if you see a DVD like this, do not use it, just destroy it as fast as you can. Note, this is my first creepypasta. I'm just practicing so no stupid and random and unusual categories. Remember Zig and Sharko, the show about a hyena named Zig wanting to eat a mermaid named Marina, and Sharko was in love with her? Well, I stopped watching it. Why? Let me tell you. I was on YouTube watching Zig and Sharko. I found out some episode called Marina's Rise and I clicked on it. There was Marina. What is she doing on the top of the volcano? She is committing suicide, by jumping to the volcano. Then that creepy jump scare happened. The episode ended, the Zig and Sharko YouTube channel deleted this, and I'm still getting nightmares. Creepy sand covered Marina with bloody hands. I will never watch Zig and Sharko never again.
Well, that was a load of shit.